Hello my friends, welcome to Talk to Me Tuesday for Tuesday, July 7th, 2020. This is Jennifer. We're outside again with some more quilt finishes, and I am delighted to say that I think I just hit 20 for my finishes for the Linus Connection for this year. My goal is 24. I mentioned a couple weeks ago that I was lined up to have my foot surgery in probably August, beginning of September. That is now indefinitely on hold because all elective surgeries in my area are basically just canceled for the time being. So I have no idea what's going to happen. So anyway, I will not talk about that because there's not anything I can do about it, and it is what it is. Instead, let's talk about quilts. First up are these two. I showed you guys these tops in my garage a couple weeks ago. This one is, I've sort of named the Disappearing Lone Star. That was the one that I had all the pieces of the Lone Star for, and I cut them all up, sewed them together, and cut them into squares, as you can see. I love this quilt. I was afraid I was making a terrible mistake when I cut those up, but I love the way it came out. These pieces came from Lynn. This tumble block right here, that also came from Lynn. She inherited a bunch of stuff from her sister-in-law when she passed away, and she's been kind of going through it and sending it to me a little at a time. So she has a lot of like orphan blocks and quilt pieces and quilt tops, and I've already done a whole bunch of them. So this is the next two. This is the one where I had this shape and I turned it into a rectangle because it was just the tumble block, and I added some background fabric that I think Jeannie may have sent me. And then I had some squares that were already cut up, and I made some 4 patches top and bottom and put a border on it and called it done. Both of these I did a little meander on. I really have been zenning out with my meander lately, so I'm having a hard time not doing that. But I figure if that's what's making me happy right now, then meander it is. The other 2 quilts that you see behind me, I did not even have until Friday. So on Friday, my very good friend Domine dropped off some stuff on my front porch, and it included 4 of her Linus quilt tops, which I have been telling her for a long time. Anytime she wants me to quilt them for her, I'd be happy to do that. So she dropped off these 2 of the 4. By Friday night, I had backs pulled for all of these, and I was ready to go. This is her periwinkle quilt, and I believe she made this from templates, that like paper piecing templates she bought from Missouri Star, and because I know she's done a couple of these now. And this, I have no idea, but this fabric in this quilt is so Domine. This is very much her style. Again, on the periwinkle quilt, I did a small meander all over. I really enjoyed it. I was playing with my stitch length on that, and I did a little bit shorter stitch length than I would normally do. Kind of didn't like it. My thread was breaking, and it wasn't working for me as well. I usually do 12 stitches per inch for Linus quilts, and I was trying 16, and it wasn't doing it. So I went back to 12 for the other quilt. And for this one, I did a meander, but I occasionally put one of those big flowers in there that I've been doing lately, and I enjoyed both of them very much. All 4 of these will go to the Linus Connection. These 2 are Domine's, and these 2 are mine. That is not all that I've been doing. On Tuesday last week, I got going on my Talk to Me Tuesday swap. And to clarify, this swap is just for Talk to Me Tuesday video makers. I don't do that to be mean. I do it because we all know each other, and it's a friend. It's literally a friendship swap. It's a swap between friends. It's people who are sharing videos, and it helps to give us something else to talk about right now with everything else going on. So anyway, friendship swap. I had my design sorted, and I pulled on my fabric. And guys, I pieced the whole top in a day, and I didn't mean to do that, and I paid for it. My RSI was really bad last week, but it's better now, and it was worth it. I debated whether to show you guys this or not, but I think I want to show you at least a little bit of it. So this is just the top, and I will let you kind of guess what's going on here. The whole top is paper pieced. I haven't done anything else on it yet because I'm not sure if I want to do embroidery or not. I have an idea, but I may save that for the label. Anyway, I had a fantastic time paper piecing it, and again, I was reminded why I can't paper piece like I used to, because my repetitive stress was bad like 2 days after I did this. It's okay, it's done, it's worth it, and I will give some more consideration to how to finish this up. I'm very excited about this. It is a very happy piece, and that's what I wanted. Just like the rest of the crafty world, I also made a few more masks. I saw a tutorial that I liked that looked quite simple. I also wanted to make some for my family members that were a little bit faster on and off, so if they needed to put one on quickly, they had one that just has like the little ear loops. All the other ones I've made so far have ties, and they like those just fine, but like I've had someone come to the door and had to wrangle with getting my mask on before I opened the door. I wanted something where I can just slip it on. So like if my postal worker rings the doorbell and I have to sign for a package, I can just slip that on and I'm ready to go. So this came from a maker designer called DIY Trefa, Trefa. She is out of Vietnam and she has a ton of mask patterns. Also, I have discovered that a lot of English creators are taking her videos and remaking them without giving her credit, so I wanted to credit her specifically. So it's DIY Trefa, Trefa. Her patterns all print on A3, which is longer than what we have in the United States. It's like, I think about a half an inch, 3/4 of an inch longer. So if you print, be aware of that, because you might only get half the pattern or 3/4 of the pattern, but they're all symmetrical. So if you find the center mark and fold it in half, you can just cut it out of something else, and that's what I did. So this is a very simple one. You basically cut like a football shape out, and then the pleats are actually on the top and the bottom. So when you put this on your face, it's more flat. I haven't put any kind of wire or anything in it yet. I haven't really intended to wear these for extended periods of time, but I might try one at the grocery store later this week and see how that goes. Anyway, these are, like I said, DIY Trefa. This is the size that their standard size. They are reversible. This is the standard size. And then for my guys, I played around with the size because that was way too small for their faces. I added a half an inch all the way around, and it just extended all the like pleat marks out from the original pattern. Just used a ruler, extended them out, and it worked great. For my son, he needed about a 6-inch piece of elastic, which is the same as is on mine. And then for my husband, he needed a 7-inch piece of elastic. So now almost everyone in my family has at least one extra mask that they can put on really quickly if they need to. I'm down to my last little bit of this round elastic, and as I'm sure you guys know, you cannot get round elastic for love or money right now. So I'm going to try some fold over elastic and see how that works, because again, these are not meant to be worn for like extended periods of time. I just made them for like instant masking. So that is going to be it for me. I hope you guys are having a wonderful week. I hope you are working on your swap. I hope you guys have had a chance to welcome Michelle. She's our newest Talk to Me Tuesdayer, but she is a longtime Fandom and Stitches friend, and we've actually met at Houston a couple times, and I'm just delighted to have her join our Talk to Me Tuesday family. You guys have a wonderful week. Have a crafty week. I love you. I hope you're all well, and I will see you next week. Bye.